Hey guys, and you are watching Dan's Reviews. Today we're going to be doing another Walking Dead video. This is going to be not a versus matchup video because I've done a couple of those yesterday. Today we're going to be doing a series kind of matchup. What is a better version of this character? And we are going to be talking about Negan. And which version of Negan do I prefer? Now, of course you guys can write your comments below on this. There are so many different, parts of Negan that I like better in the comic. There's so many parts I like better of Negan in the TV series. And yeah, I gotta say, they're both amazing. And I definitely have to say, Jeffrey Dean Morgan in the TV series is doing a fantastic job so far. Yeah, amazing stuff what he's doing so far. But okay, let's get started. We'll talk about the comics first because I believe that, of course, it just makes sense, because we met him first in the comics. So I do have to say, of course, there is the thing where, he swears in the comics. And you don't have to wait months and months before you can get the uncensored. You can just get it, right then and there. First viewing and everything. So that is, something where I'm like, okay, that's kind of an advantage that the comic book series has, because you can't argue with the fact that you're probably going to like it better if you can just see the uncensored first viewing and all that kind of stuff. I am excited for the Season 7 Blu-ray, though, to see some of the Negan stuff from the TV series from Season 7, but still, I gotta say, I do like getting the uncensored Negan, first time seeing it. I definitely would have to agree with that. But in terms of the introduction, I'm actually a bigger fan of the Season 7 premiere because I think the double death made it even more, crazy. And also the stuff with Rick, the stuff with almost cutting off Carl's hand. I gotta say, I gotta pick the TV show for this one. But for the Negan part, no. I think the comics is better. And that's kind of the point of this video in terms of the introduction. But again, Jeffrey Dean Morgan did a great job. It's just, if I have to pick one, I would have to go with the comics. But one part that I do have to go with the TV show is, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to be shocked about this one, but I actually did enjoy the Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Chandler Riggs part better in the TV show. I thought they both nailed it. I thought they both did a great job. The only part I was a little disappointed about was when Carl was shooting down those men. He's like, drop your weapons. In the comics, he killed like 6 or 7 people. In the TV show, he only killed like 2, which was still pretty cool, but I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of that. But the rest of that stuff was amazing. So anyway, moving on to the Spencer death part. That's another part I definitely want to, say. I actually would have to pick the comics for this one. I thought that it was handled better in the comics. They showed more of the gore. But in the TV show, it was great as well. And then, let's look at it. So then the March to War stuff where you got Negan and all that kind of stuff. Of course, the speech at the end of the season was not there. So, again, comics have to pick. When Negan visits Alexandria for the first time, that is a big part. And I thought that I would have to pick the TV show because they extended it and they made it really good. So, of course, you have other parts, I think, that are in the comics that are not in the show, which kind of sucks, like Negan playing pool and all that kind of stuff, which, I don't know why they didn't include that, but for that, well, they showed it once with Spencer, but not like the comics, so comics for that one in terms of the Negan comedy, just because of the fact that, we don't really get that uncensored, and it doesn't allow him to really get himself out there. So, yeah, but I'm a big fan of both. Before I come down to the conclusion of this video. But unfortunately, I would have to say I do pick the comic book series version. You guys can pick, whichever one you guys like. I do have to admit, though, Jeffrey Dean Morgan is doing a fantastic job as Negan. And, man, I think Jeffrey Dean Morgan is killing it as Negan. If I had the opportunity to meet the guy, I definitely would because he is amazing. Now, of course, there's some other things I think that are kind of equal, like from the comics to TV show. But Overall, I will have to pick the comic book series version of Negan, but honestly, just barely. And another reason is because we're so much further ahead, you know, maybe once the TV show gets to those parts later on with Negan from the comics, we might be able to decide. Now, I might actually come back to this topic after Season 8 or Season 9. So, this topic may actually be discussed again after next season. So, stay tuned. Next year, I'll probably do another video on this. So, alright guys, make sure to write all those comments below. Please, if you don't mind, smack the like button, and I will see you guys really, really soon for another video. I got a birthday video tomorrow, because I'm going to be turning 13 tomorrow, and I also got some other Walking Dead content for the rest of August, so stay tuned, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day, guys.